8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's Morning Kicks Extra with Randy and Jen.
It's the 145th episode of Morning Kicks Extra.
Extra means an extra dose of Randy and Jen.
And while that may not seem like the best idea, it is a great way to catch up on stuff you might have missed out on during the show.
Or for some reason, there's something you want to listen to again.
Like all of our old 4th of July stuff.
And we're going to be asking, what should you be able to bill your kids for?
So let's get things kicked off
on Morning Kicks Extra.
Morning Kicks Extra with Randy and Jen.
This woman said that she found the strange tool, which was a wooden handle with a lump of hard metal at one end, in a field one day, and then over the years, she's used it to pound all kinds of tough objects, from nuts to metal nails.
It was only last week when a team of men demolishing her old house noticed the hand grenade, asked her what it was. They saw the metallic head was full of dents, and she told them. And they told her she had been gambling with her life every time she used it.
Wow, she used to say every time she used the grenade, this hammer is to bomb.
Right. It was very nearly Kung Pao chicken.
You know, this is the longest game of Russian roulette ever.
Jen's Movie Rehab. And this weekend, first off, Jen's Movie Rehab is where we assigned Jen a movie to watch over the weekend because before she came to Kicks,
I'd really never seen a whole lot of movies before.
She'd always had her eyes shut and walked into walls and things. That's what.
So someone would make a movie reference, though, and I wouldn't get it.
At all.
And so I'm being rehabilitated every Friday. You give me a movie to watch. I watch it over the weekend, come back on Monday, rank it 1 to 10, and just let you know what I thought about it.
And usually it's older movies, iconic movies, movies that the rest of us have already seen that she has not.
So this past weekend, you assigned The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
One of the most famous Westerns of all time.
You did not warn me how long this movie was. It is 3 hours.
It was worth it.
3 hours of Western movies. Knowing how I feel about Westerns, it was a long 3 hours,
and
Randy.
Now you like the Westerns, right? So,
no, I fell asleep twice. I liked Clint Eastwood in this movie. I thought he was great. But,
yeah.
I mean, he's kind of a snack in the movie. But, I mean, the whole of it, though,
Wait a
was
minute,
just
what does that mean? Is that a sexist comment?
It's not a sexist comment. I'm just saying.
Sounds pretty
He was attractive in the movie.
Sounds pretty, he's chewing on a tobacco stick the whole time.
The whole way through. I mean, it's a good movie for what it is. It's just not a movie that I struggled really hard to get into it the entire time.
Appreciate Sergio Leone's photography all through this movie.
Okay, so Kyle and I made a game out of that. We'd randomly pause it and be like, can you make a painting out of this? Nope, the woman's getting beat. Can you make a painting out of this?
Yes,
nope, this guy's bleeding to death. Oh, the captain? Nope, the captain got blown up.
You could, though. It would be like a book cover is what I always said. Each scene makes a book cover.
I think there were some beautiful the cinematography in this movie is stunning. The landscape is beautiful. And some of the shots, I think, yes, are truly iconic. You know, you pan in on their faces. You watch the tension and the fingers and things like that as they're getting ready to reach for the guns, which I thought was pretty cool. It was a little hokey at times. The good, and then it flashes to, Clint Eastwood, and you, wow.
Right.
So I thought it was fine. Kyle loved the movie. Oh my God. He's ready to watch it again.
Well, there's 2 more. Well, actually 3 more in this series.
I'm good. I don't know that I need to watch
We're going to win you over to Sergio Leone. I mean, one of Quentin Tarantino's biggest influence was Sergio Leone. Yeah. So, I mean, this guy has influenced so many of our current movie makers.
And I can believe that. I mean, there's a lot of really iconic things about this movie. The scenes, the storytelling, the way it's shot, the way pictures look, for sure.
There are so many more of his movies, though, that we will use to win you over to him.
I'm thrilled. I'm so excited.
Brainwash you.
So I don't know what to rank it as because, I fell asleep twice. I struggled to get through it. The story's fine.
What is your ranking of it?
I'd give it like a 6.5.
Okay, everybody can disagree with her now as how incorrect she is.
It just wasn't for me. I really did try.
That's fine. That's fine.
I know.
You're allowed. This is America.
So
unlike the communist country where you came from.
Oh, I'm not. Whatever. So on Friday, I can watch Good Will Hunting. And
on
get
Friday,
some
we'll have another Sergio Leone Western for her to watch.
Great. For Jen's Movie Rehab.
Morning Kicks Extra with Randy and Jen.
We're almost to 4th of July.
So as we get closer to the 4th of July, you've got a lot of different fireworks you could spend your money on.
That's true, yeah.
But really, isn't there one particular brand of fireworks that is more explosive than the others?
What do you mean?
This 4th of July, why have regular boring old fireworks when you can have the fireworks everyone's talking about? Newsstand Fireworks has got fireworks ripped from today's headlines and soaring straight into the sky. First off, sparks will fly with a presidential debate firework pack. One's red, one's blue. You light a fire under them, one keeps popping off incessantly, and the other just fizzles out. New this year, we've got the Boeing airplane firework. This one's so loud, it'll blow the doors off. For Western fans, there's the Yellowstone TV show fireworks. Just light it and wait, and wait. Wait for it. Well, maybe it'll go off later this year. Now be sure to pick up a pack of Justin Timberlake drunk driving story spinners. A different excuse comes out every time they go off. So come shop today at Newsstand Fireworks, because you never know what's going to blow up in your face.
Morning Kicks Extra with Randy and Jen.
Speaking of fireworks and the fact that the 4th of July is this Thursday, you got to be really careful where you buy your fireworks.
That's true. Sometimes these vendors can be a little bit shady, if you will.
You need to go to a reputable one that you know well, someone that you know and trust, because you never know what you're going to be getting. In fact, we thought it does take quite a lot, though, to set up that roadside stand, put that tent up, in like less than 24 hours, and boom, the next thing you know, you have a business there that will, boom, be gone the very next week.
I mean, it's crazy how quickly they get those popped up, and then they disappear.
Much
gone.
like fireworks. So we thought we would salute them as the real American heroes that they are.
This station presents Real American Heroes.
Real American heroes.
Today, we salute you, Mr. Roadside Fireworks Vendor.
Mr. Roadside Fireworks Vendor.
You lost your carnival job after a tragic tilt-a-whirl mishap. Now your vocation is something almost as dangerous. Selling explosives to teenagers out of the back of a box truck.
No smoking within 50 feet.
Yeah, you really shouldn't be smoking.
This new job is gonna be a blast. Yeah.
So the next time you celebrate the birth of America with $300 worth of cheap Chinese pyrotechnics, raise your soon-to-be fingerless hand in salute to Mr. Roadside Fireworks Vendor, a real American hero.
Mr. Roadside Fireworks Vendor.
Ooh. Ah.
Morning Kicks Extra.
4th of July happening this week, and all the fireworks going off at night, and the dogs peeing on your carpet at night.
Which is obnoxious. That's exactly what my dog was doing last night. She was just refusing to go outside and then just let loose in the middle of the game room while we're trying to watch TV.
And they don't know how to handle it, and it's literally taken days off their lives, years off their lives. So wouldn't it be nice if they had some special therapy? I mean, that's what we all do now.
Oh, yeah.
Well, now there is.
Is your dog traumatized by 4th of July fireworks? Then try the new therapy app, Barkspace. Meet online with a licensed canine therapist to let your dog bark it out. We'll help with peeing on the floor or hiding behind the couch. Because your dog is not just a wimp. When they hear fireworks, they think the world is blowing up. So download Barkspace, then slide your phone under the bed and start your dog on the road to recovery until your stupid neighbor lights off another M80.
So see, there is something now for your dogs when they get freaked out.
All we need is Barkspace. That'll fix it.
Barkspace. Good luck finding that on the App Store, though.
Who freaked the dogs out?
The 4th of July is always a problem. Here we go. It scares the crap out of my dog. Freaking I go. Loud banging after they shoot him. Then there we go. My dog pees all over the rug because my stupid neighbors.
Who freaked the dogs out? Who freaked the dogs out?
Morning Kicks Extra.
So we've been talking also about the noise that is your pets have been struggling through. It's been keeping you up night. You just about doze off at 12:30, 1 o'clock, and all of a sudden, pow, 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 pow. Iraqi war.
Which is loud enough as it is, but of course, as soon as that happens, then the dogs are awake and they're freaking out, which takes like 20 minutes to calm them back down, and the neighbors shoot another one off.
You have to shampoo your carpet again. So, don't you wish somebody would apologize, or that your neighbors would apologize?
Yes, I do.
But they're not likely to.
Oh, man.
So, luckily, we've got Mr. Morgan Freeman to do it for them.
Hello. I am your fireworks-obsessed neighbor.
Yes.
I'd like to sincerely apologize for loving America so much that I'm literally exploding with joy every night in July until about 11:30 p.m.
That's true.
I'm sorry if my pyrotechnic patriotism upsets you, but mostly I regret causing you internal strife as you really, really want to call the cops on me. But you don't want to come off like the buzz-killing, un-American party pooper you are.
That you are.
Besides, you're better off waiting to call 911 for when I eventually set the roof of your garage on fire. Apologetically yours, your fireworks-obsessed neighbor.
It's Morning Kicks Extra with Randy and Jen.
We're talking about, not saying that you would, but if you could bill your kids for something, what would you bill them for?
As a teenager growing up, my mom always ironed my clothes before I went to school. Every day she said, "That'll be $1, please." I always told her I had no money. And so when I moved out and then went to school for a while and came back, I bought her an iron, paid her back.
So there you go. You paid her back by buying her an iron so she could iron more of your clothes. Hi there, Morning Kicks. What would you bill your kids for? Rides. Yes, you're the chauffeur, picking them up from one thing, taking them to school, taking them to that thing.
Yeah, they think we're taxi cabs or limo services.
What would you bill your kids for?
Every time they lock themselves out of their car or out of their house.
Still kids, even though they're on their own, right?
Kids, talk about 30. There's 30.
I bet they'd do a better job remembering it if they did have to pay for it.
Yeah, really?
It's Morning Kicks Extra with Randy and Jen.
And we're not saying that you would, but if you could bill them, what would you bill them for?
My parents charge me $300 a month for rent.
Hey, that's pretty cheap, actually. How old are you?
I just turned 21, and I'm getting ready to move out on my own. But I've learned from my brothers moving out that they actually put that money into our account so that we have a little money that's saved up.
So you think you're going to be getting that back?
Fingers crossed, because it's been 4 years.
Here's hoping Dad doesn't look at that money and change his mind. Or I want that boat I've been dreaming about.
Yeah, I have a feeling that's going to happen to me.
What would you charge your kids for?
The use of the word why.
What? Why?
Because I went through life for like 22 years, and I always asked why, and I'd always get the answer because I said so.
Oh, yeah, that's the parent's go-to response for that.
Now that I am the parent, I want the luxury of not having to answer the question why.
You need a why jar in your house, so they've got to put $5 in the jar every time they ask you that.
I would probably charge $25, and I'd be a millionaire by the end of the month.
What would you charge your kids for?
So I have a list. I would bill them for the carpet that I laid in my house. They built candles on and colored on. The walls in my home.
Right.
My previous SUV and my furniture.
You're never going to get the backseat of that vehicle to smell right.
Never going to get the bug juice stains out of the carpet.
It's Morning Kicks Extra with Randy and Jen.
If you could bill your kids for something, what would you bill them for?
I have to wash their socks.
What's wrong with that?
Their socks stand up on their own.
You would think they'd wash themselves so they can stand up on their own.
The smell alone can clear a house, and I have to touch them to put them in the washer.
That is so gross. What would you bill your kids for?
I have 4 children, all ages 2.5 and under, and I am keeping a receipt for everything, and they're going to get a bill on their 18th birthday.
He's going to get that money back one way or another.
Oh, yeah.
Aren't you supposed to take care of them now so then they'll turn around and take care of you when you're older?
Exactly. That is to reinforce that, hey, when I'm old and decrepit, you can at least spend this amount of money on me to take care of.
Well, I think that makes sense. Hi, Morning Kicks. What would you bill your kids for?
I would bill them $100 for every last-minute school assignment that they tell me about the night before it's due.
Or the morning of.
$100 and I'd be rich.
You knew about this when?
They tell me the last minute, and I'm the mom who always goes and does it.
That or, hey, I have to bring a snack or a drink or something to school tomorrow. And you're like, wait, why didn't you tell me that before? And, of course, they tell you as you're putting them to bed. Never fails.
Morning Kicks Extra with Randy and Jen.
Hey, join us on the next edition of Morning Kicks Extra.
We're going to be talking about the thing you found out about your significant other
after you've been married a while.
In the meantime, don't forget to check out our blog at Kicks1025.com.
You can check out all of the latest Morning Kicks karaoke songs.
And you can watch us live on most social platforms every weekday morning starting at 7.
Make sure to like, follow, and smash that subscribe button.
Don't miss Morning Kicks with Randy and Jen. Weekday mornings from 6 to 10 on the 4 states' #1 for country, Kicks 102.5.